Good morning, YouTube. Well, I'm up earlier than I have been. Not as early as I was hoping to get up, but I can work with this. It's Wednesday, June 28th, 2023, 8:55 a.m. I was asked to get in between 9 and 9:30. I was hoping to get there like a little before 9, but hey, I'm definitely making the 9:30 mark, so it's all good. And by there, I should clarify, by there I mean to LifeWell, the mental health clinic. So I'm going out this direction, and y'all not going to be able to see it in the video, but there's a truck blocking the alley going the other direction, going into one of the houses on the other side of the alley. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's always super frustrating to me when somebody blocks the alley, but at least I saw it as I was coming out of my apartment, and I was able to immediately go the other direction and not let it put a damper on my day. This is pretty much just as fast as it's a bit awkward, a little more dirt road driving, but this is just as effective of a way for me to head out and go where I'm going. So reasonably comfortable in the car, as you saw. I remembered to put my sunshade up. I also remembered to bring a cold bottle of water with me. And for the moment, I got air conditioning in the car. So air conditioning in this car is a dicey thing at best. But you know, I've learned to always keep my eye on the temperature gauge. And speaking of remembering to bring water, I woke up to a message from Katrina, and I've been kind of bummed out. I hadn't heard from her lately, because I thought her and I were kind of, I mean, it was a very much a friend zone thing, but I felt like her and I were getting kind of close, and that it was like a really good thing, and was sort of filling a void in my life, even if it wasn't solving the no lover problem. But I've definitely, one thing I've found over the years in defense of, you know, women with you in the friend zone, and to be completely fair, the more I've got to know her, I would say I've got her more solidly in the friend zone than she does me. But anyway, one thing I've found out, and this is going back even to like high school, is that female, a good legit female friend is the best wingman you'll ever have. That's been my experience. Your mileage might vary. I'm trying to get Google Maps up before I end up on the 202 and find my ass stuck. Because this time of the morning, the 202 can be dicey, and oh yes, no, I do not want to get on the 202. Oh yeah, that looks bad. Wow. Crisis evaded there. That's what I would have been heading into. I don't know if y'all could see that, but it's like dark red where I would have been joining it from the 143 entrance there. Goes yellow until about 32nd Street, gets red again until about 24th Street, and then stays yellow all the way to the other side of the mini stack. So yeah, McDowell, the better option. In fact, better option than that, I think, is going to be, well, I'm already down in McDowell. I should have looked at that before I headed out my apartment, is what I should have done, because then I could have come across on Oak. But I'm already down in McDowell, so thinking my best bet is going to be McDowell until until it's prudent to turn right. Oh wow, there's a surveyor in the middle of the intersection. You know, I know that is a good paying job, but boy, that is one of those that I just can't imagine any amount of money would make me comfortable with it. I find it unnerving just crossing Phoenix roads in a crosswalk and have to be out in the middle of intersections doing survey work like that in the heat. Yeah, big F that. So anyways, I was getting ready to explain, when I'm planning a route like this, always trying to stay focused on my destination, which is, oh man, I always draw a blank when I try to remember the name of my mental health clinic. Like, first thing that came to my head is Choices, and I know it's not called Choices anymore. Lifewell. Trying to stay focused on my destination, which is Lifewell, which has recently moved. It's on Mitchell now, between 3rd Street and Central. And I'm getting better at remembering that that's its new location. I'm still horrible at trying to remember what the hell it's called these days, but I'm remembering that it's on Mitchell, which is a location I don't like as much as what it was on 3rd Street. But at least since I've been going there, I've been pretty reliably had a car. I haven't had to go there via public transit yet. Although I'm pretty sure I mentioned I'm back on their bus card program, in spite of the fact that my case manager is well aware that I have a car. It's kind of funny. Like I was kind of going off on a tangent last night or yesterday afternoon, about how I feel one of the big problems, at least what I'm seeing as somebody trying to get a little public assistance going as I'm looking for more work, that I'm finding it. Maybe it's just the places where I'm looking, but that I'm finding it sounds like Billie Eilish. Anyway, that sign where it says Adopt a Street, that's where I found the old hooker, by the way. I hope she's doing well. I really do. I'm bummed she never made it back to my place. The woman was an absolute sweetheart. I feel like we could have been helpful to each other. And not in the way that a guy like myself would normally get help from an old hooker. I just think the companionship would have been a good thing. And I think I could have helped her navigate the housing assistance maze, since she already had a voucher to help me. I've been down that road before. Although my daughter told me a couple days ago that the state has cut all funding for Home Inc. Or that Home Inc. is temporarily suspended due to problems at the state level approving a budget. I have not been following state news to know really what's up with the state approving their budget, but definitely Katie Hobbs has been really good at putting things into gridlock and vetoing things that she doesn't like, which is damn near everything. I don't know. Hopefully that's working out for her. Like I said, I haven't seen her since my friend and I dropped her off at Home Inc. for trying to straighten that stuff up. But I know at least I got her on the right track. So, anyway, I was going to explain when I'm trying to focus on getting to a destination, that generally rather than plan a route like, hey, I'm going to go this place and then definitely go north on a given street, is I'll like I'm at this point I'm already headed west. Like I worked the grid system by basically following the good solid physics principle of a body in motion tends to stay in motion, although I'm stopped at the moment. But for the most part, I've been staying in motion on Dell. Stay in the right lane, because you should be in the right lane except the pass anyway. And then if I would have got an opportunity to turn right on red onto a thoroughfare that would have taken me north, if I would have got an opportunity to do that, and that would have saved me time over continuing to sit in traffic going forward with traffic stopped at a red light, that's what I would have done. Now it ended up not working that way. I made it all the way to the 51 freeway. Obviously I didn't need the 202 to get to the 51 freeway. I think so much of the traffic that sometimes backs up on the 202, the traffic jam that I made a point not to get stuck in, I think a lot of that happens because people's satellite navigation systems or in-car navigation systems or smartphone navigation systems tell them, get on Route 202 freeway, and navigates them down to 202 freeway regardless of how much traffic is on 202 freeway. And I'm getting this from when I was regularly riding home in the morning with the Brazilian woman, who, by the way, has never called me back. This is the exit we would always take, by the way. Yeah, I only used 1 mile of the 51, but hey, that's quicker than I would have made that northbound movement on any other street. But yeah, like, when I'd be telling her in the morning that the best way to come into downtown Phoenix from GYR3 Amazon, where we work, would be to take Van Buren, which it was because I-10 often would be gridlocked. Her navigation that was built into her dashboard kept telling us literally at every strode, every mile, and then as we were approaching it, warning us to get over to it into the left lane, just the left lane, prepare to turn left at. And it told us to do it 67th, it told us to do it 59th, it told us to do it 51st. I think by 43rd, she finally decided to shut it off. Most people, I guess it's normal behavior to leave that shit on all the time and have that disembodied voice tell you where to go. I, for one, don't like anybody telling me where to go, so. And if you got a problem with that, I will happily tell you where to go. Anyway, but yeah, but I think a lot of the traffic jams are caused by people just not really doing their own navigation and going where the disembodied voice in their car tells them to. So yeah, she used to always pull over into that parking lot on the right and let me off there. And sometimes we'd sit there and talk for a while. I felt like I was really starting to get a connection with her, so I'm super bummed out that. All right, there's Irvindale Park on the left. That's where this vlog started. For anybody that's watched the first one, actually, come and think of it, I think the very first one was me driving over to Old Brass Rail and sitting talking to myself in the parking lot of the Old Brass Rail, if memory serves. My memory seems to be pretty sharp today. But for a while, I used to, wow, those are brand new townhouses. It's rental townhouses, Boulevard on 20th Street. Those are new. Wow. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. Sorry about that. Apparently I had an alarm set on this clock. That wasn't a bad thing. I don't think I'm gonna kill it. I think one with all I got going on right now, I think one regularly at 9:06 a.m. is a good thing. Well, actually, I think it's 9:08 a.m. Always got to add 2 minutes to the clock on the Saturn. Temperature gauge is looking good. It's actually nice and cool in the car right now. I'm just having a realization the Saturn is oddly comfortable right now. Imagine that. Of course, it's not as hot as it gets outside yet. It's still early. God, those Rivian trucks are so hideously ugly. I lost my focus. Go me. So anyway, saying, yeah, the best way to kind of stay in traffic is stay in motion. So the best road driving to get me to the new Lifewell Clinic on Mitchell is Osborne, which I'm on right now. And I've mentioned many times, in fact, I've done quite a few vlogs where I've driven most of the central stretch length of Osborne, and to show just what an effective road it is for make sure traffic's actually stopped on 16th Street. People run red lights out here like crazy. Showing just how effective Osborne is for crosstown traffic. Which, on that note, makes it absolutely criminal to me that Osborne doesn't have a bus route. When people talk about the last mile problem with transit and how that problem is that that it's, oh wow, something plowed into the fence on the right with a vehicle. That one of the biggest problems with transit is people getting that last mile from wherever the bus stop is to their actual destination, and then also in the opposite, getting to their first bus stop from wherever they're starting. It's not unusual for that last mile problem in Phoenix to be a 2 to 3 mile problem at each end. And when there's 107 outside, that's not only a recipe for bad transportation, that's a recipe for dying from heat stroke. So yeah, not good. And the fact that there's just not, that a road is as clearly thorough as this. I mean, this is as big as Strode's get in a lot of other cities. I mean, this is a pretty small Strode for Phoenix, but yeah, this is a sizable road with a reasonable amount of traffic on it. It makes zero sense to me there's no bus route on it. Especially considering there's a bus route on 12th Street, as poorly serviced as it is. Anyway, right on. Love this song. Berlin. Priscilla actually took me to see Berlin a few years back. Berlin with the B-52s. It's a good song. Back when Priscilla and I had an amazing sex life, we used to love singing this song as a duet. I'm sure some people found it absolutely disgusting, which was half the fun, but loving hearing this on the radio. This is one of those that you never heard on the radio very often back in the days. But yeah, this will always be my favorite Berlin song. I'm a man. I love how the guy part just over and over. I'm a man. I'm a man. The guy's clearly very clear on what his identity is in that role, in their relationship, which is awesome. Oh wow, Rob is calling me. Hello. Same old shit. Trying to get another job. I'm going to job interviews every day, and I'm actually heading to my mental health clinic to see if they can help me kind of get on some kind of public assistance while I'm waiting, and get maybe some unemployment, maybe even Social Security rolling again. So I'm trying to keep shit together. I'm watching my temperature gauge like a hawk, so at least I know what the issue is with this car. So. But yeah, I'm. Yes, is it your place? Dude, you're my fucking hero right now. I have been looking fucking everywhere for that. Probably because I came over there looking for you when you were at the junkyard, remember? Oh shit, I overshot my damn turn. Yeah, because remember I went over looking for you and then you told me you were at the junkyard? And it just fell out my goddamn out of my pocket. Wow. Dude, that is like the best news. You have no idea, because I've been freaking out because I'm doing all this job. Like, I've had a job interview every day for a while. Like, there's jobs out there. You know, my thing is I'm just fighting kind of a losing battle because everybody uses automated background checks, and I'm a felon. And just shit like that, you know. And then right now I'm like the trifecta of no fucking ID. I'm missing my driver's license and my social security card and my birth certificate. So God, thank God, I've been looking everywhere for that thing. Crazy that of all, you know, huh? Well, hey, I'm gonna be at my mental health clinic for a while, but I'll definitely head over there this afternoon. I wish I had money for you. I absolutely don't right now. But I do have my rent paid. So, but I'm staying on my grind. I'm putting out applications. I've actually got a job interview today with Domino's Pizza for delivery driving, which I think, you know, which is not a great job, but I think it would be a good thing to have, like, because I'm gonna get another warehouse job. I'm gonna get another, you know, forklift job. It's pretty much a given. There's just so many interviews and there's so many third parties that do the hiring, and it's just, I'm dealing with that bullshit right now. And then, you know, being told that I have a job, but then at some point they do a background check and it comes back with something they don't like, so then they just fucking ghost me. They've already had like 2 things that have told me I've hired, and then I've suddenly disappeared. Yeah, and then, for a while, like, I was doing phone tag with this one recruiter. She's like, "Oh, I'm waiting for them to for some reason they're not returning." You know, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like so much of society has gone that route. Like, people don't even have the fucking balls to tell people no anymore, you know? People ain't straight with anybody anymore. They tell you something, they lead you on some shit, and then instead of at least having the balls to call up and say, "Oh yeah, well, our third party that we trust more than you, that we have never met, that's an online service, has told us something bad about you, so we don't want you." No, they just leave you fucking hanging. So yeah, because I had this other job, this better job before I even lost the last one. It was supposed to be, I think it was paying $19.50 an hour, forklift. There was going to be other warehouse work involved, which I don't have a problem with that, dude. You know me, I'm not one to just, "Oh, I'm a forklift driver, I'm doing nothing but driving forklift." Like, if I'm working, I'm fucking working, you know? If I got to move fucking boxes, or if I got to move shit around in a pallet jack, whatever, I'm there. Yeah, once I'm working, you know, get me to fucking work. Get me out of this fucking interview, fucking phone tag, email tag bullshit. I don't like this. I don't like filling out. Huh? But no. Yeah, just get me working. So, but anyway, it was supposed to be $19.50 an hour, and the location was like 43rd and Lower Buckeye, which would have been, you know, perfect. I mean, that's certainly a reasonably quick commute from where I live, and then I would have been able to if there was a problem with the car, I would be able to get there via my via public transit. There's bus service down there. That was what's fucking me on that last drive, and it was like a 65 fucking mile round trip. So, yeah, I showed you. It was on the other side. I sent you that picture. It was on the other side of Luke Air Force Base. Yeah, no, the one day that Priscilla let me use her vehicle, apparently she's got some kind of fucking GPS tracker in there. She sent me a screenshot trying to make me feel bad about that shit. It's like, bitch, I told you where I work at. If anybody should feel bad, it's you for leading me to believe, yeah, of some kind, yeah. But apparently trying to make me feel bad a few weeks ago when she kind of led me on to believe that she was going to let me, you know, where I had that 10-hour overshift, they were going to let me work on a Saturday, and then 2 hours before I needed to leave, she told me that I couldn't use her vehicle. Oh, and then later she said she checked it. It had no oil in it. Was trying to say that like that was my fault. Like, bitch, when do you not put oil in your vehicle? And then the other thing is she was trying to tell me that was because there was a check engine light on. I mean, I don't know. I'm used to driving old vehicles. When the check engine... I don't know. All I know is generally speaking, I ignore a check engine light. Oh, she sure does. Yeah, she... Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of that, but yeah, you're 100% right. I didn't even think of that. But yep, she probably saw that on her Metro mile because they charge her for insurance on how many miles. God, that probably put a bump on her insurance. I feel a little bad about that, but I don't know. I mean, here, she tries to act like she's my, she tries to act like she's still my girlfriend. So, oh, I care about you. I love you. I want to... Yeah. Oh, like sitting in her driveway? I don't know if they're smart enough to circumvent that or not. I wouldn't want to fuck with a company like Metro Mile. Anyway, you're right though. Now that you mentioned the tracking, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, you're right. Anyway, no, she was tripping out about a check engine light. And for me, like, I was a cab driver for, 19 years. And it's just because old vehicles, so often you have a check engine light just over stupid shit. Like, I think the reason I'm getting a check engine light on mine right now is I think there's an air leak somewhere in my gas tank. And there's a sensor for it. Or something stupid like that. Because, I mean, my car runs like a fucking dream. You know that. But there's that check engine light is always, always, always on. And it's some kind of fucking stupid, doesn't fucking matter at all in how the car runs type sensor. And her car was driving fine, and I'm sure it's probably the same kind of thing. But yeah, like in cab companies, like almost every taxi I've... Really? That might be something worth being concerned about, because sometimes it does shift a little harder than it should. It's not bad. It's not like bad, alarming bad. But yeah, I do sometimes notice, not always, it's just occasional. It seems to shift a little harder from first to second than it should. It's only every now and then. Like maybe once or twice a week I'll feel it. Most of the time it shifts smooth. Anyway, I better let you go. I'm in front of my clinic right now. But thank you for finding that, dude. That is like the best news I could have expected. No. That was me going there looking for you and probably pulling something else out of my pocket and it falling out with it. So that's the best news I could possibly get. I was really struggling to replace that. And I think I told you, so I had a job interview for the rental car center. For a position just basically moving cars around, and there by the airport, and I went to your shop right after that, and that was when I texted you and you said you were at the... So cool. Anyway, I'm not sure when I'll get there because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here at the clinic, but I'll text you and let you know what's going on. All right, later, bro. Well, I think that kind of summed up everything, didn't it?